NBA YoungBoy's second Atlanta show has been canceled following his controversial performance of the diss track I Hate YoungBoy. The rapper was in Atlanta earlier this week for his Massa tour, and as expected, he delivered an energetic and packed performance. Every stop on the tour so far has been met with huge crowds and intense excitement, though not without controversy. Just a few weeks ago, his Chicago concert was also canceled. After receiving the key to the city of Atlanta on Wednesday night, a move that has since raised some eyebrows, YoungBoy now finds himself facing backlash. State Farm Arena has officially announced that his scheduled Saturday show will no longer take place. While the venue didn't specify a reason, many speculate that the cancellation is linked to his decision to perform I Hate YoungBoy during Wednesday's show. The diss track directly targets several major Atlanta artists, including Lil Baby, Gucci Mane, and 21 Savage, as well as Chicago rappers like Lil Durk and the late King Von. Performing such a provocative song in Atlanta likely didn't sit well with local fans or officials. According to reports, fans who purchased tickets through Ticketmaster will receive refunds. While attendees of the first show can count themselves lucky, those waiting for Saturday's performance are left disappointed. This marks yet another hurdle in YoungBoy's tour, though it still has several stops left running through the end of November. Despite the cancellations, fan support remains strong, and the Massa tour continues to draw large crowds in every city. For NBA YoungBoy, this moment still represents a significant career milestone, proof of his widespread influence and loyal fan base. Hopefully, the remaining tour dates will proceed smoothly, though it remains to be seen whether State Farm Arena will offer an official explanation for the sudden cancellation. In the broader context, this situation highlights the tension between artistic freedom and local pride within the hip-hop community. NBA YoungBoy's unapologetic approach to music has always stirred strong reactions, both admiration and controversy. His decision to perform a diss track aimed at Atlanta legends in their own city demonstrates his defiance and confidence, but it also underscores the fine line artists walk between expression and respect. As the tour moves forward, it will be interesting to see whether YoungBoy continues to court controversy or takes a more cautious approach to keep his momentum intact. Most of the recent buzz surrounding Drake has revolved around his lawsuit loss against UMG, but despite the legal drama, the Toronto superstar is still putting in work on his highly anticipated album, Iceman, and his latest snippet has fans talking. Since the rap world largely crowned Kendrick Lamar the winner of their feud, public sentiment toward Drake has taken a negative turn. That criticism has only intensified in recent days, following his defeat in what he likely viewed as his Round 2, a legal battle with UMG, the same parent label that represents Lamar. Initially, Drake accused the label of artificially inflating the streams and popularity of Lamar's hit Not Like Us. However, his team later shifted their strategy, filing a defamation suit instead, particularly over Lamar's scathing lyric calling him a certified pedophile. Unfortunately for Drake, the presiding judge ruled in UMG's favor, essentially dismissing his argument. Even so, Drake is proving that he's not letting the setbacks slow him down. He's back in the studio, teasing fans with a new snippet from Iceman, his soon-to-be 9th solo album. The track finds him taking subliminal shots at other rappers, delivering venomous lines over a cold, eerie beat. In the snippet captured by Hip Hop All Day, Drake raps, "Talk about Drake and you get a whole lot. Talk about Drake and you get you some streams." Fans on social media were quick to joke that he's referring to his recent lawsuits, suggesting he might sue you if you tarnish his name. Still, others are analyzing who the barbs are aimed at, and the consensus seems to point toward A$AP Rocky. "Man, how the F key is your day, one gonna testify so you can sit in a box. Either you ain't never did sheet for your brothers or they must have forgot." Many believe these lines reference A$AP Relly's assault trial, which once threatened to send Rocky to prison for over 20 years. Others think it touches on tensions within the A$AP mob, particularly Rocky's strained relationships with former members. Rocky has previously addressed those dynamics, telling Elle magazine, "I played a father figure for a lot of these guys despite us being close in age. It's different when people are sleeping on your floor, your couch, your bed, so I look at it as my children just being rebellious. While the lyrical debate continues, one question remains unanswered. When is Drake dropping Iceman? According to former NFL quarterback Johnny Manziel, the album is expected to arrive sometime this fall, potentially by November. So far, confirmed singles include Which One, What Did I Miss, and Doghouse, but fans are still waiting for a release date and full track list. Regardless of the controversy, one thing is clear: Drake isn't backing down. Drake's lawsuit against UMG, why it was always doomed to fail. In our first Hot New Hip Hop video essay, we explored Drake's failed lawsuit against UMG and why it was destined to collapse from the start. Drake and Kendrick Lamar's 2024 battle set the stage for one of the most unforgettable years in hip hop history. Their feud had been simmering for over a decade, ever since Kendrick's infamous Control verse in 2013. Though Lamar claimed the verse was meant to spark healthy competition, Drake took it personally. The tension only grew as Drake openly addressed it in interviews, prompting Kendrick to fire back during a BET cypher. And from there, the rivalry became legend. For nearly 10 years, the feud remained mostly dormant, limited to subliminal shots and competitive posturing. That changed on March 22, 2024, when Kendrick Lamar appeared on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That. In his verse, he directly challenged Drake and J. Cole's claim to the Big Three title. Drake responded with push-ups and the ill-fated tailor-made freestyle, which used AI-generated vocals, a move that many considered a major misstep. Hen came April 30th, when Kendrick dropped Euphoria, a 6-minute lyrical onslaught dissecting Drake's alleged manipulative tendencies, cultural insecurities, and questionable relationships. As anticipation built for Drake's counterpunch, Lamar provoked him further with 6116 in LA, released exclusively on Instagram. That same night, Drake responded with Family Matters, a fiery diss that momentarily had Kendrick on the ropes. But just 45 minutes later, Lamar struck back with Meet the Grams, a brutal expose that left fans stunned. Within 24 hours, he released Not Like Us, the knockout blow, a song so universally acclaimed it went on to win 5 Grammys, including Song of the Year and Record of the Year. Drake's The Heart Part 6 attempted damage control, but by May 6th, the verdict was clear: Kendrick Lamar had won. Drake's defeat sparked a series of desperate legal maneuvers. Chief among them was a lawsuit against UMG, Kendrick's parent label. His first claim alleged that UMG had used bots to inflate streams of Not Like Us to damage his reputation and career prospects. Later, he filed a defamation suit, claiming that Lamar's accusations had crossed the line. However, the evidence Drake presented was flimsy at best. Under scrutiny, his arguments quickly unraveled, making the lawsuit seem less like a fight for justice and more like a plea for sympathy. One telling example came from Jeremy Hecht of Hip Hop DX, whose reporting was cited as evidence in Drake's petition, incorrectly. Drake's team claimed that Apple's Siri was directing users to Not Like Us whenever they asked it to play Certified Lover Boy. In reality, Siri's algorithm was simply matching lyrics, since Certified Lover Boy is mentioned in Lamar's song.